Good morning, children. This is K. Venkataya, School Assistant Mathematics ZPH Rampalli. Children, we are going to take the class on the Ogee curves today. Already in the last class, we learned about the concept of the Ogee curve and the graphical representation, which gives us mainly easy understand of the given data and which is rememberable to data, and it is very easy manner to understand the average student also. This graphical representation of the cumulative frequency distribution, which we are going to take as a Ogee curve. This Ogee curve is mainly based on the cumulative frequency distribution and boundaries of the class intervals. So children, it's a thing which we are going to ensure that the class intervals are continuous because the cumulative frequencies are linked with the boundaries but not with the limits. So that's why we are going to use this data in easy manner. So in our 10th class, the things which we are going to learn, Ogee curve. In this Ogee curve, there are two types of Ogee curves. One is less than cumulative frequency curve. So to calculate the median, we are going to use this cumulative frequency curves. These cumulative frequency curves are known as Ogee curves. By using Ogee curves, easily we can identify the given data. We can find out the median without any calculations and also without any tabulation forms and applying the formulas like previously. So children, this concept is very easily you can understand. The less than cumulative frequency can be used as upper boundaries on x-axis and cumulative frequencies on y-axis. So in cumulative frequency, this is less than cumulative frequency, we can write, if the given frequencies are there, we are going to write in the ascending order. That means from small to big. We can add the next one to the previous one. We'll get the total cumulative frequencies. Already you learned in the last class. Now next one is greater than cumulative frequency. In this cumulative frequency curve, we can use lower boundaries on x-axis and cumulative frequencies on y-axis. So in both the curves, cumulative frequencies should be on y-axis only. So now we are going to see one more example for these curves. See this less than cumulative frequency curve. In this less than cumulative frequency curve, we have to apply the boundaries on x-axis and cumulative frequencies on y-axis. Ogee curve is nothing but it's a curve which can be join the given points, plotted points in the graph with hand and with smooth curve. So to identify the median, we are going to use this less than cumulative frequency curve and greater than cumulative frequency curve. What is the difference between these two? We have to see with this example. See this less than cumulative frequency curve, I want to take the coordinates, just it is an example for this. We are going to see the next one, a problem also. Here I am going to take this 1.8 comma 10 coordinate. The 1.8, 2.4, 3.1, 3.8, 4.5, 5.2 are these are the boundaries which are upper boundaries. We are going to take as upper boundaries, as we can call as limits. So these upper boundaries we can explain on the class boundaries, we can explain on the, we can denote on the x-axis, that is known as class boundaries. Okay, so here we are going to take the first coordinate is 1.8 comma 10. second one is 2.4 comma 20, and third one is 3.1 comma 30, and 3.8 comma 40, 4.5 comma 45, 5.2 comma 50. So the curve should be like this. From top to bottom it is increasing order. That's why it is a ascending order, small to big. The curve should be in a convex shape. It should be in the form of convex shape, and already we learned about this one is like a S shape. So children, you are going to see very easy method which can be applicable for the plotting the graph and denoting all these points in a simple manner. Only the thing is you can prepare the coordinates, and we have to apply the graph paper with the suitable scale. We are going to see that we can see in the example. So here one more thing you can understand easily. So what is our n value here? Here n value is 50 maximum, that is n value, means by adding all the cumulative frequencies total value is n is equal to 50. So n is equal to 50 means what median we are going to find out? N by 2. N by 2 is nothing but here on the y axis 20 to 30. So it is lies between 20 to 30. From there we can draw a perpendicular line on this curve. It touches the curve at a point. From that point I want to draw another perpendicular line on y axis. So it touches y axis at a point. That point is called median of the given data. This you can easily identify. This is very important thing. Okay children. So here 2.4 to 3.1. This is the class interval which having the median given data. So what is the accurate value of this given data? We can see in the graph, because if we are going to apply the graph you can get the correct answer. But the class interval of the median is 2.4 to 3.1, lies between 2.4 to 3.1 we are getting. I think it is approximately 2.6 or 2.7, like that approximately we can estimate it. Okay children, so everyone easily you can see the problem and understand this very easy, and also explanation is also very easy manner. So the median of the given data lies between 2.4 to 3.1. This we can identify. This is one of the example. Next one, more than cumulative frequency curve. In this curve we are going to take the lower classes, that is lower classes on the x-axis, that is lower boundaries or lower one. Now here we are going to take the cumulative frequencies as it is on the y-axis. So here one of the example I am giving, this is not the problem, it is only just showing how the graph is there. So in your last class, that is in the last slide, we have observed that the Ogee curve from the top to bottom, here top to bottom. Now in the last one, that is from increasing order. Okay, that you can observe it. This is from top to bottom curve, that is concave type, which is in the form of S shape, small s, like that. Okay, now coordinates I considered here, just I took the example. And one more thing, remember children, very important thing is a scale. Scale is also you can write on the graph paper in your examination. This is also very important. For this also you have some marks will be awarded for your work. So x-axis, y-axis, cumulative frequencies, and boundaries, class boundaries we can write like this on the x-axis. So here x-axis, on the x-axis is going to consider 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units, and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. It is a scale. So now I want to take these coordinates on the graph. Coordinates are 5 comma 60, 25 comma 47, 45 comma 40, 65 comma 25, 85 comma 1. These are the coordinates which we are going to take. Now here when we are going to plotting the points on the graph, smoothly we can add all these points which are plotted in the graph like this. Our curve should be in a smooth hand curve, not with the scale. Don't use scale for joining the points, that is not correct one, because it's not a straight line, it is a curve. So children, more than cumulative frequency curve should be from up to down, and less than cumulative frequency is from down to up. This you can understand the curves. Okay, now next one we are going to see. Now I want to take one example, children. By using this example, easily you can find out how we are going to solve the problem in our examination. That is very important. Tabulation form and also writing the coordinates and how to draw the graph, that we are going to see. Children, here I want to consider these class intervals are 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. These are the class intervals. Now respected frequencies are given like this. What is given here? 2, 12, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3. This is frequency. How we are going to write these less than cumulative frequency values? This is very important. From ascending order to descending order. 5 to 10, how many are there? 2. 10 to 15, how many are there? 12. That means, what is the cumulative frequency value of 10 to 15 means? Already these 10 to 15 members are already there. That is 10 to 15 intervals. These two must be also in this class interval. That is 2 plus 12. Totally 15, 14. Next one, 15 to 20. How many are there? Actually frequency is 2. But cumulative frequency must be 2 plus 12 plus 2. Totally 16. So like this we can add the next one. We can add the next one. Ascending order we have to take. So like that we have to add 2 plus, before 2 nothing else, we can write 2, and 2 plus 12 14, 12 plus 2 16, and 16 plus 4 20, 20 plus 3 23, 23 plus 4 27, 27 plus 3 30. These are the cumulative frequencies. Now come to the point for greater than cumulative frequency. Greater than cumulative frequency is nothing but what? Here totally there are 30 values or 30 members are there. So 5 to 10, how many are totally? Now we are going to take the first one is greater than cumulative frequency 30. From that we are going to subtract this one. 10 to 15 means this should not be comes under this, because it's a greater than cumulative frequency we can take. So 30 minus 2, previous one, before one we should subtract. 30 minus 2, 28. 28 minus 14, how much? 16. Now next one is 16. Here we are going to subtract 28 minus, how much we are getting there? 28 minus, see this, 30 minus 2, 28. 28 minus 14, 16. 16 minus 16 minus the previous one we can subtract. Here this one, right? Sorry, 30 minus 2, this value we can subtract it, not this one. Frequency we can subtract. 30 minus 2, 28. 28 minus 12, 16. 16 minus 2, 14. 14 minus 4, 10. 10 minus 3, 7. 7 minus 4, 3. This is important, not this one. Sorry, here we are going to considering as a less than. LCF is less than cumulative frequency. Here greater than cumulative frequency. Greater than cumulative frequency means we have to subtract. Less than cumulative frequency means we have to add the previous one. Here the previous one should be subtract. 30 minus 2, because here already 30 is given. Totally 30 minus 2. 5 to 10 means more than 10 means 40 also more than 10. 5 to 10, this is more than, greater than 5, and means greater than 5 we have to take. Greater than 5 means totally 35 to 30, how many are there? Totally 30. So that 30 will be taken as here. So then we are going to take more than 10. More than 10 means this 5 should not comes under this one. It's a least value is 10. So this 5 people should not comes under the greater than cumulative frequency. That is why I want to subtract these 2 from this 30. So 30 minus 2 is how much? 28. Okay children, previously we considered this one. This is less than cumulative frequency. This you can keep aside. In one table I wrote, don't confuse this one. So frequencies we have to subtract from this one. 30 minus 2 is 28. So from this 28, what is the given one? I want to find out this 15 to 20. Means 10 to 15 people should not comes under this one. Because I want to take 15 to 20. Means more than means least value is 15. Means from 15 onwards only we have to take about this one. So 28 minus 12. We are going to subtract this 12 from this one. 16. Okay. Then like that we have to continue all this one. 30, 28. 30 minus 2, 28, 28 minus 12, 16, 16 minus 2, 14, 14 minus 4, 10, 10 minus 3, 7, 7 minus 4, 3. So nothing else, next class interval is not there. So we have to stop this one. Now we are going to take the next slide on that is the solution. What points we have here? Draw the coordinate axis, upper or lower limits along with the x-axis and cumulative frequencies on along with the x-axis. This we have to write in the exam. For greater than cumulative frequency, plot the points 5, 13, 10, because here we are going to take for the greater than cumulative frequency. I already explained that only we have to consider lower classes, lower boundaries or lower that we can write here. 5, 13. 10, 28, 15, 16, 20, 14, 25, 10, 30, 7, 35, 3. This one on the graph you can write. You can plot all these coordinates and represent these coordinates on the graph. Okay, x-axis, y-axis on the plane area we have to represent or we have to plot these points. Now for less than cumulative frequency LCF, plot the points 10, 2. These are upper boundaries, upper classes. 10, 2, upper classes with cumulative frequencies. 10, 2, 15, 14, 20, 16, 25, 20, 30, 23, 35, 27, 40, 30 on the graph paper. Then we can join these points to get a smooth curve. The smooth curve should be with the hand, not with the scale. So you should remember that. Now our graph is like this. You can just see this one. This I collected from the textbook itself. You can see this very easily. One of the example I considered. So here scale will be, okay, scale will be on x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. On y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to also 5 units I considered. And then according to the given previous coordinates, we are going to take the first one is the less than cumulative frequency curve, that is from bottom to top, like this. It is increasing order. Then this one is decreasing order. See this one is a decreasing order, big to small, small to big. These two are intersecting at one point. That intersecting point, we can take a perpendicular line from that point to x-axis. You can fall on this. You can draw a perpendicular line from the point where the points are, where these two curves are. These two less than cumulative frequency curve and greater than cumulative frequency curve. These two are intersecting at a point. The intersecting point, from there we are going to draw, or we can construct a perpendicular line with the help of scale. It touches the x-axis at a point. That point is known as, it shows the representation which gives us a median. So under the three central tendencies, the median is the most accurate value of the given data to gives exact value. So median is the very important and accurate value. By using these Ogilvy curves, we are going to find out easily, and which is a simple and also every student can be plot the points on the graph and get it the correct answer without any calculations and tabulations and nothing else. Here we are going to get good marks in your examination. So this is Ogilvy curves is compulsory question for our competitive examinations and also regular examinations. Easy thing is upper boundaries class and cumulative frequencies we have to prepare. By taking the preparation of the coordinates, you can take care about the plotting the points in the graph and join these plots with a hand with a smooth curve. These two intersecting points we can find out. From there we can draw the line perpendicular to the x-axis. It touches the x-axis at a point. That point is called the median point, which shows the exact value of the given one. So our median lies between 15 to 20 class interval. 15 to 20 class interval. So that value is nothing but 17.5 in our graph. This you can observe, children. So it's nothing else to prepare the table only. First, according to the class intervals, you can take the frequencies given. You can find out the LCF, less than cumulative frequency values and greater than cumulative frequency values, and draw the graphs with the help of cumulative frequencies and also boundaries. Okay. See the conclusion. By observing the above graph, n by 2 value is 15. So we can draw a perpendicular line from y-axis to the curve. It touches the curve at a point. From there, we can draw a perpendicular line on x-axis. It intersects x-axis at a point. That point represents the median of the given data. That you can observe, children. Therefore, our median is equal to 17.5 because it's giving us a representation of the Ogilvy curves. By using these Ogilvy curves, we have to find out the median easily. In competitive examination also, you can see that below or above or like that you may ask the question. We can subtract or adding the previous one successive or previous one also we can see, and we can get it easily these values. Okay, children. So everyone take care about the copying the answers in your YouTube channels. When we are going to uploading the rrbuddy.com, you can open that, or you can open directly Kamishetty Venkataya channel. You can observe and you can subscribe this one. You will get it the correct answers and write your answers also and draw the graphs with the help of this slideshow. Okay, children. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can stay home and stay healthy and write your all answers. This is very useful to all our government children. Thank you one and all.